May 1940. Western Europe stands on the edge of catastrophe. On paper, the Allies are stronger. France, Britain, Belgium, and the Netherlands field more men, more tanks, more artillery than Nazi Germany. The French army is considered the best in the world. It defeated Germany in the First World War. It has the mighty Maginot Line. It has more tanks than the Wehrmacht. And yet, in just 6 weeks, France collapses. Britain barely escapes. Western Europe falls under Hitler's shadow. How did this happen? How did the supposedly unstoppable French army shatter so quickly? How did Germany gamble everything and win? This is the story of Fall Gelb, Case Yellow, the campaign that shocked the world. September 1939, Poland falls. Footage of Blitzkrieg in Poland. When Germany invades Poland in September 1939, Britain and France declare war, but they do little. While the Polish army is crushed by German and Soviet forces, the Western Allies sit behind their fortifications in what becomes known as the Phony War. Meanwhile, in Berlin, Adolf Hitler is already planning his next move. He knows time is not on his side. His pact with the Soviet Union is temporary. Britain and France will eventually rearm. So on September 27, 1939, Hitler tells his generals he wants to attack France. In 1 month, the German High Command is stunned. Field Marshal Wilhelm Ritter von Lieb warns the attack will be costly. France will expect a German move through Belgium. It will not be another Poland. But Hitler refuses to wait. Part 2. The plan that almost wasn't. Germany's initial strategy resembles the old Schlieffen Plan of 1914. A massive right hook through Belgium. General Franz Halder prepares the plan. But Hitler is unimpressed. He calls it predictable. He wants something bold, something decisive. Manstein's radical idea. Behind the scenes, one general proposes a daring alternative. Erich von Manstein suggests concentrating Germany's precious armored divisions in one place. Not in Belgium, but through the Ardennes Forest, a region the French consider impassable for tanks. The idea is simple but dangerous. Let the Allies advance into Belgium, then slice behind them through the Ardennes, cross the Meuse River at Sedan, race to the Channel, cut off the best Allied armies in one stroke. It becomes known as the Sickle the Sickle Cut. Army leadership initially suppresses the idea, but fate intervenes. In January 1940, a German courier aircraft crashes in Belgium. Sensitive invasion plans are captured. Germany must redesign the offensive. Hitler becomes more interested in the Ardennes gamble. Finally, on February 24, 1940, the plan is approved. Army Group B will attack through Belgium to draw in Allied forces. Army Group A, carrying most of the panzers, will strike through the Ardennes. It is a massive risk. Narrow forest roads, traffic jams, exposed flanks, a 200-mile open southern side facing the main French army. If the French react quickly, the German spearhead could be annihilated. In Paris, French commanders are confident. Their Maginot Line is nearly impregnable. They expect Germany to repeat 1914, so they prepare Plan D. If Germany invades Belgium, Allied armies will advance into Belgium to stop them along the Dyle River. The problem? The Ardennes remains thinly defended. French intelligence warns about German buildup there, but the High Command dismisses it. They believe tanks cannot move quickly through that forest. They are wrong. At dawn on May 10, 1940, Germany launches its offensive. German forces storm into the Netherlands, Belgium, and Luxembourg. Paratroopers descend on key bridges and airfields. One daring assault targets Fort Eben-Emael, Belgium's supposedly impregnable fortress. Within hours, German glider troops neutralize it. The shock is immense. The Allies believe this is the main attack, and they move north, exactly as Germany hoped. Meanwhile, in the Ardennes, something extraordinary is happening. Hundreds of thousands of German troops funnel through narrow forest roads. Traffic jams stretch nearly 250 kilometers. If Allied aircraft had struck these columns effectively, the invasion could have collapsed. But Allied air response is limited and uncoordinated. German armored divisions press forward. Among them, 9th Corps under Heinz Guderian, 7th Panzer Division under Erwin Rommel. They are moving faster than anyone thought possible. Part 6, Sedan. May 13th to 14, the breakthrough. German forces reach the Meuse River near Sedan. The French expect the Germans will take 9 days to bring up heavy artillery. Instead, German infantry cross within hours. Then the Luftwaffe begins a devastating bombardment. Stuka dive bombers scream down onto French positions. The psychological effect is enormous. Some French units break. Rumors spread. The Germans are behind us. Panic grows. On May 14th, German tanks cross the Meuse. The breakthrough is underway. A French general later admits, "You are much too fast for us." Once across the Meuse, Guderian pushes forward relentlessly, ignoring orders to slow down, ignoring concerns about flanks. He drives west. On May 20th, German tanks reach Abbeville on the Channel coast. The Sickle Cut is complete. More than 1 million Allied soldiers are trapped in Belgium and northern France. The best British and French forces cut off. The world is stunned. The Allies attempt a counterattack at Arras. British Matilda tanks surprise German units. For a moment, panic spreads among German commanders. But German 88mm anti-aircraft guns are used in a ground roll to stop the tanks. The attack fails. Then comes one of the most controversial decisions of the war. On May 24th, German tanks halt outside Dunkirk. The order originates with Field Marshal Gerd von Rundstedt, later approved by Hitler. Reasons include fear of overextended flanks, need for infantry to catch up, belief the Luftwaffe can destroy trapped forces, assumption evacuation is impossible. It will prove a critical miscalculation. On May 26th, evacuation begins. Under constant air attack, British Prime Minister Winston Churchill refuses to surrender hope. Over 700 vessels, naval ships, and civilian boats cross the Channel. Between May 26 and June 4th, 338,000 troops are evacuated. Most heavy equipment is abandoned. 88,000 troops remain behind and are captured. It is a miracle of survival. But France still stands alone. With northern forces neutralized, Germany turns south. On June 5th, Case Red begins. German armies cross the Somme and Aisne rivers. The French attempt new defensive tactics, hedgehog positions in villages and forests. Initially, they slow German advances, but coordination is poor. Morale is collapsing. German tanks break through again. On June 14, 1940, German troops enter Paris. The city is declared open to avoid destruction. The French government flees. Premier Paul Reynaud resigns. Marshal Philippe Pétain, a hero of World War I, becomes leader. He seeks an armistice. On June 22nd, France signs surrender terms in the same railway carriage where Germany had surrendered in 1918. Hitler ensures the symbolism is perfect. France is divided. Northern and western regions are occupied. A collaborationist government is established in Vichy. The campaign is over in just 6 weeks. Why did France fall? German forces moved faster than Allied doctrine allowed for. Radios in tanks enabled real-time coordination. French tanks were often superior individually, but they were dispersed and lacked communication. Germany concentrated armor at one decisive point. The Allies spread theirs out. The Luftwaffe dominated the battlefield at critical moments. Stukas shattered morale. Plan D committed the best forces north. The Ardennes was left vulnerable. There was no strategic reserve. French command structure was slow and rigid. German commanders often acted aggressively on initiative. Rommel and Guderian repeatedly disobeyed cautious orders. Rumors, panic, refugee columns, and constant air attacks shattered cohesion. Morale broke faster than lines did. Britain now stands alone. Hitler controls Western Europe. The myth of German invincibility is born, but the victory plants seeds of overconfidence. The same belief in speed and audacity will drive Germany east, against the Soviet Union. And there the war will change. 6 weeks. That is all it took. Not because France lacked courage, not because it lacked tanks, but because in modern war, speed, coordination, and bold strategy can shatter even the strongest-looking army. The fall of France remains one of the most shocking military collapses in history, a campaign that changed the world.